Mm, mm. Fire. Shit's be looking good. Okay, so here we are as usual, and now this time it should be working quite fine because I've also done some modifications on the audio as usual. But also in general, this is like the first time that I'm streaming both on both platforms basically, or like not platforms, but horizontal and vertically, and that it's also just, working perfectly fine. Cause like we had it a couple of times, or like last time, but it wasn't working perfectly fine as it should. So yeah, let me quickly do that. Set up the chat. Set up trading view. Chat can only be like very small, that's okay. There we go. Put it like that. Yeah, that's fire. And now we can see the chat. Write something into the chat if you feel like, so that way I really know what's up. And yeah, welcome for everybody that has already tuned in. As always, we are going to do the analysis in a little bit later, as usual basically. And now we can see the chat. Write something into the chat if you feel like, so that way I really know what's up. And yeah, welcome for everybody that has already tuned in later, as usual basically. I'm gonna write in something into the short chat, so it's going to be test. All right, and then I'm gonna be writing something into the horizontal, so test. Both are working perfectly fine. Perfect. Finally, there we go, guys. There we go. This is fire. Yeah, so here we are currently on the account and whatnot. It's looking quite well so far, isn't it? We're at 35 bucks. We've recovered a lot of losses and whatnot. And yeah, we're just currently rolling with that. You want to wrote something into the announcements. Everybody should be checking it out. And yeah, so I'll just be a little bit more quiet and I'll be waiting for everybody to join. And then from there on, as usual, guys, we will be doing trades and whatnot. All right. So we got, like, I might just briefly look at every pair, like just like a quick speed run on every pair, a rundown, just to see what's up. Usually Mondays, I think like Tuesdays are the best pretty much to me, because there's actually a significant reason for that. Now the reason for it is because on Friday price action tends to be like a little bit slower, like the Friday candle. I mean, sometimes you just have like crazy Fridays, but most of the times the Fridays are just either consolidating or doing some kind of other fuckery that we don't really feeling. And so the natural sort of consequence of that is going to be that the Monday is not going to be as good of a trading day, right? Quickly checking it out just to make sure everybody is up to date. Oh, hang on, this stuff's not live. Okay, now it is. And I've been really wondering, like in the last few streams, like we had, immediately like 7 people watching right from the start, but now it has been like lacking a little bit. Greetings from Russia, bro. What's good, my brother, man? Как у тебя дела? Все хорошо? Why is a Russian guy watching it, man? Like, pretty fire stuff. Can you also speak Russian, or are you just like from there? It might sound like a stupid question, but it's really not. Yushiki Kid was saying, yo, what's good, man? How's it going? Greetings from California. California girls fucking with me in the summers. The California worship, California cutter, California. Greetings from California, man. From Cali. People are always saying, yeah, greetings from Cali. We from Cali. Nah, man, what's good, my brother? Like, jokes aside, what's good, man? California girls fucking with me in the summer. The California worship, California cutter, California me fucking with me in the summer. California worship. Lights out, baby, it's on. I'm about to make it. If you fucking with me, then baby, it's on. Cause I wrote it with your name on the tip of my tongue. Oh, that one is Sing On. Ah, man, like I would play that stuff if it wouldn't be for the copyright. I'm gonna send it into the chat, okay? You may know about it. Hang on. California girl. California world from me. It's called A California World by Lil Peep. California girls fucking with me in the summer. The California worship, California cut up. Fucking with me in the summer. The California worship. Hey. Lights out, baby, it's on. I'm about to make a stain on your song. If you fucking would lean there and busy your song. Cause I wrote it with your name. Yeah, send it into the chat. Cause I wrote it with your name on the tip of my tongue. Tip of my lights out, baby, it's on. Fire song, man. Like, always, this song always gets me into the mood, man. Like, it's such a fire thing. It's just, like, so chill. But at the same time, like, also nostalgic. And just, like, in general, that song. Lights out, na-na-na-na. It's actually also pretty well known, but, like, not all people will know about this. Lights out, baby. Alright, so InShot Studio 3 was saying, what's good? I made my own negative RR system and it has around the 80 to 85% win rate. I tried your way and I was this English and it didn't fit me, so it took me a few weeks. And yeah, bro, you showed me it was possible. Much appreciated. I hope I was able to bring you value to the table, man. Like, fire shit. I have also like other videos that like go even more in detail about like specific concepts, because like sometimes I'm doing backcasts and there I'm just like explaining the logic with the trades. But there's also videos I made where I like specifically just go about the FEGs. You might be saying, I already know what an FEG is. Sure, you do know what an FEG is, but you're probably not trading it the way that I am trading them. And that is going to be, detrimental on how you're going to approach my strategy. But like either way, it's great shit that you have found something that works for you. And if it does work, then it works. If it prints money, that's the most important part about trading. That's why you got into trading to begin with and nothing else. So MP Torgi was saying, okay, so my guy was saying, я говорю на на русском, брат. Учусь по твоему Окей, понятно, ты тоже можешь по-русски. А где ты из России? Ну, мой русский не очень хороший, но я все понимаю, если ты со мной будешь говорить. Просто иногда, если я читаю, это чуть-чуть у меня не так быстро. That was just a little bit of Russian with my Russian friend. Like, not that I really know about him. Like, he has just recently joined, but yeah. Sochi. Sasi, bro. Brother, I have no idea what you're talking about. Let me look at this channel real quick. Don't know. I don't know. So in shot studio 3 was saying, right, I noticed they're kind of magnets, not really ideal for rejection, because why not catch the high probability on the way? Then trying to predict a concept could just be me, but hey, that's metal. Now, so the idea behind my way of trading FEGs is just differently. So, what is everybody else doing? So let's just say, let's take this FEG. It's a good example, right? This is an FEG. And so what is everybody else doing? They want to basically, I'm gonna do it like that for the shorts viewers. They want to basically trade into the FEG, and then from there on, they are going to target previous liquidity such as this low. And then basically they want to short it, right? This is not wrong, and I also do this sometimes if the bias aligns and this and that, yada yada yada, we get it. But the problem with that is just, if you're going to trade onto the downside, you have basically missed out on the very first move. This is like a thing in general. Like, don't try to predict the first, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth move that the market is going to give you. You really only want to know the next move. And by the way, also there's no meta in trading, right? Even what I'm doing, this is like not a meta. This is like not a video game, brother, right? There's like no meta, like no meta in terms of that like one certain weapon is better than the other, because you know one weapon got nerfed and the other one got buffed, so you're going to play the one that got buffed. There's like no such meta. Things work in the market or they don't, right? So I like to trade or basically take advantage of this candle, right? So everybody of you try to take advantage of everything that's coming next. So basically the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, the 10th, the 11th candle. I really only want to know, you know, this candle, where does it go? Probably to the FEG. That's already it. Now, of course, I am also going to trade all of these candles because this right now is on a daily time frame. Doesn't mean that, you know, I just don't care about anything that happens after that. But just like in general, I like to focus on the very first move of the market and not the second move. So this is just what I do, you know. So Smokers is back. Why is a 3-step too much effort for you? No, it's not too much effort. So InShot Studio was saying right. Then Raw Fox was saying open your Discord general section G. General section G. Right. Rox FW was saying, I'm back, start trading, but this time starting with 5 can challenge. Was on drawdown, but I kept faith in negative RR. Now the good days are coming back. Thanks for keeping me motivated through your YouTube videos, brother. That's how we doing it, man. Yeah, brother, like, you're always going to have like drawdown periods. This is going to be inevitable, right? And I really, like, I like that you got back on the track, basically. But that's what I've been saying also, like at the very beginning when I just started out the YouTube and whatnot. It's not going to be like as crazy as it was a few days ago, basically. Well, not a few days ago, like at the very beginning. You're also going to have losing streaks, although there are only going to be 2 at like absolute maximum. If you're like super unlucky, it's going to be 3, but it's never more, basically. That is okay. But you need to also endure the bad trading periods. Right? That's basically what I'm trying to say here. And so in Shot Studio 3 was saying your stuff makes mad sense. It's how I built mine, just lower time frame and indicators, you know. That's great shit, man. In Shot Studio 3 was also saying I also zone of a lot of confluence and trading with the trend. That's great stuff, man. If it works, then it works. Like, that's all I can say to it. And also, like, this misunderstanding. Oh, so once again, like, to row FX, it's cool that I kept you motivated throughout this entire journey, also being in drawdown, and it's like completely normal. That's just how trading works. You know, this account that we're currently on, we are at 35 bucks currently. Have we always been at 35 bucks? Of course no. There had been drawdown periods. There have been periods where we're just losing money, simple as that, right? It is not always going as smooth. Okay? You will get into drawdown. You will have also problems in that sense, but as long as you're able to recover from the drawdown, as long as you're able to basically still win, then you are good to go. Simple as that. Like a lot of people really just see the current moment. They're caught up in the current moment. They just see, okay, I'm on drawdown, strategy doesn't work, scrap it, you know, let me find something else. And then the whole cycle of just strategy hopping over and over again begins. Like, that's where most are just messing up. Ro Fox was saying, how can I keep my mind stable in drawdown? So what I like to do is simply just look at my entire equity curve, even if it's on the back test, right? Now for me, it's a little bit of a different story, to be honest. I am like, not mentally sort of affected by this anymore because I've just done it for so many years. But that also doesn't mean that I'm a robot. We had this in the last couple of live streams where you shouldn't be a robot, right? Accept your emotions, accept that, you know, being a drawdown sucks. And this comes from a trader who has been doing this for a lot of years now, right? I haven't just started out trading yesterday. And also, to me, being in drawdown sucks. And I don't think that to anybody in this world that is also trading, professionally trading, right? Not talking about Discord kids. They also don't like it when they're in drawdown. Now, the question is the drawdown going to determine your next decision or not? So, like, my overall tip would be, when you're drawdown and when you start feeling shitty, and when you also start, because like feeling shitty is not a problem, but feeling shitty and also letting your emotions affect your decisions, that is really crap. So what I just recommend, look at the entire equity curve. If your equity curve is looking something like that, right? So you haven't made a lot of profit, you know, but now you're in a drawdown period, right? And it's kind of hard to recover. Just look at the entire equity curve and like tell yourself, and also accept it. I hope everybody's seeing it, like also the short viewers, that eventually this is going to get up if the strategy works to begin with, right? So yeah. Okay, so in Shot Studio 3 was saying the only thing I kinda would say is mid about mine is it's the same set 0.3 RR. Should I maybe adapt it to the market structure? Yeah, definitely possible. Like adapting it to the market structure, I've just like basically kept it as a rule of thumb. I like to go for a 0.2 risk reward at the absolute minimum, and then from there on I am going to refine the entry, like either the entry, the stop loss, the take profit, or all of them three. This is what I like to do, and then usually I am able to squeeze out like a 0.22, sometimes a 0.25, maybe a 0.3. I think we even had like a trade where we had a little bit of a bigger risk to reward than usual, something like at least 0.3 it was, I'm pretty sure. So, or even 0.4 in this entire like challenge in that sense. I don't remember it like fully, but I do remember there was something similar to it. And so guys, also make sure to like the live stream. Like we got 9 people watching, but we have 3 likes. Like everybody just like the live stream right now. Um, so yeah, Smokes was saying if you're in drawdown, lower your RR. I don't know, like, what am I supposed to say? Like, I just really believe that you're a troll. Or just not experienced. I don't know, one of them. So Yushikid was saying, I've been watching your videos. I've seen that the price likes to fill the gaps like you explained. I paper trade practice as a beginner. That's great, brother. Like, a lot of people just like to immediately hop on a live challenge, a funded account, whatever it's going to be. And I always say, like, for what? Just keep yourself either on a demo account, or if you really like want to get thrown into the water fast in that sense, you can also just go for a very small account, like a 5k account. Don't go for that 100k account. I don't recommend that stuff in the beginning. So yeah, like, about the price caps, they do really work, aren't they? Like, you have tried it yourself. So in Shot Studio was saying lower your RR and drawdown. Why? If win rate is above 80%. Yeah, in Shot Studio 3, like, don't worry about too much, like, Smokers. He's, like, most of the time just trolling, or, like, I don't know. No, I actually believe that he is trolling and not a beginner. Why? Because I've explained to him, like, a lot of different times how shit works, and he's not accepting it. So, like, that's category of either you're, like, very stupid or you're just trolling. Like, one of those. Which also, like, if you're trolling, then at the end of the day, the shit is only beneficial to me. So we're, like, also quite approaching the Steer GBP and 0.5 level. So basically equilibrium. This could also be something, but we've already taken out the previous day high, so not really something. So I'm pretty sure, like, Smokers is really just trolling. I've, like, in the live stream, we had this a couple of times. I don't know. And he's also, like, picking on me all the time. So what I was saying earlier, I think it was, yeah, the price caps. So they do really work, aren't they? Like, you have tried it yourself, and people don't notice this kind of stuff. I don't know how, but it's, like, so easy things to basically see in the chart. And Shot Study was saying LMAO. I mean, negative RR doesn't man much more than following your rules and trusting the math behind your system, I suppose. Yeah, man. Negative RR is basically, in a nutshell, just like any other strategy. You follow your rules, you do exactly what you're supposed to do, and that kind of stuff, basically. There's nothing magical about it. Well, there is kind of something magical about it, because it makes people way easier profitable than before. People have been trading for years at this point, still haven't had any success until they traded a negative versus reward. So there is something interesting to it. But at the end of the day, like, scientifically, if you want it like that, like, of course, it is really just sticking to your rules, not making the same mistakes over and over again. And, like, there's basically not really much that you can mess up, to be honest. I mean, the math just applies to also a positive versus reward, right? It's the same stuff. So quickly, guys, like, on the Friday, okay? I believe it was on Friday. Smokes was saying, I'm not picking on you, you're my favorite guru. Nah, I don't want to be your favorite guru because I'm not a guru. So what I was saying earlier, on Friday, or I don't think that I've streamed on Friday, I think so. There I've done actually a couple of trades. So that's, like, basically responsible for the balance. For everybody that doesn't believe, just go on, watch it if you want to. Like the C trader equity, basically. You can, like, I don't know if you can see all of my trades, but you can definitely see the entire equity curve and how it's been going so far. In Shot Studio 3 was saying this guy. Yeah, man, like, that's what I'm talking about. Hang on, I'm gonna time him out. 60 seconds for now. it's like so shit. Like currently, I don't have like my second monitor. It's in repair, and that's like what we have, like this sort of layout. Previously, we basically had the full screen of the chart. I like that more, but now we're doing like this. Yeah. Yeah, so smokers just like say that kind of shit again and I'll just completely ban you. And like people like that will always just create a new account, like if they're really eager and if they're like serious about picking. But the sort of benefit of that kind of shit is it's always easier for me to basically, you know, there was like literally 2 clicks for him to make an entire new account, right? Creating an account takes like at least like what, 2 or 3 minutes at some point, right? But for me, it's like just 2 clicks. So, you know, that's sort of the benefit. And as long as like there's not too many idiots like that, then it's like pretty good and it won't get out of control. But if like he gathers like all of his stupid friends and, you know, it's like 10 different people making accounts, well then, you know, I need some kind of moderation in this chat or whatever. I'm pretty sure there would be people willing to be mod in the chat for me. Just simply because they also enjoy watching live streams, and then, you know, why not? Oh, hang on. Like I did a mistake on... Hang on. I didn't want the live stream to be looking like that. Gotta cop mods. Yeah, man. We gotta get some mods. So unfortunately, like I did the wrong thumbnail. I made an entire new thumbnail for I Would Can't Lie. Oh man, that's great to hear. Like maybe, you know, get to be a mod in the future, man. That'd be fire. So yeah, I'm gonna like try to do it. Like change the thumbnail if I can. Like sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. But let's see. Because I've made like an entire different Smokes was saying mod me. Nah, man. This will be like worst decision. Like maybe I can... how am I gonna send this to me? Okay, so I might do something like very, very quick. And then from there on, we will be doing the entire analysis, guys. Like, just give me a second. I'll go to OBS. Put this shit to max. Hang on a sec. Cam all the way above. Okay, like just give me 1 second, everybody. This should be working. I'm gonna check it out real quick. Cause I want to change the thumbnail. Like, don't be wondering, the stream won't be looking the entire time like this. Just give me a second or two. Okay. Roger was saying, what's good, bro? What's good, my man? How's it going? Is everything fire? Is everything alright? Ah, man, I just can't change it anymore. Ah, that's so shit. Ah, it's okay. It's okay, it's okay. There we are. And I'm gonna also do the cam. Oh. There we go. Text above the cam and also this text. Okay, so there we go. So. Oh, we have another one, man. So Roger was saying, what's good, bro? What's good, my man? And then also Hero Prox was saying, can you analyze gold for me? Okay, so you're probably watching new, or else you haven't been asked. You wouldn't ask that stuff. So basically, we're having a counter every time somebody's coming in and asking if we can do gold analysis. Smokes was saying, do you plan on trading futures? Not really. Okay. So can you analyze gold for me once again? Like, I'm not like a gold trader. We can watch at it for just a second. I'm gonna do gold. Yeah, so gold, you can basically, like, I recommend just trading onto the upside. Hang on. I recommend trading higher. Why? Because like this currently is on the weekly time frame, where is basically MGC. What was the MGC again? Like, I forgot it. Are we going for the previous week high or for the previous week low? Probably for the high. So that's most likely what is going to happen next, right? We're trading onto the upside. So on the daily time frame, that's basically also confirming it. Like, once again, I'm not going to trade it, and especially because I also don't like this stuff, right? Ideally, this candle should have taken out the previous day low, and then from there on, that's basically the liquidity fuel to now run onto the upside. Like, all in all, I still recommend taking it long, simply because you already have that established movement with the current previous day candle. But yeah, definitely trade onto the upside, and then the entire target for that week could be the equilibrium, and if you want to take it to an extreme level, even this FAG on the daily. But as always, you have heard this a couple of times, lowest hanging fruit and this and that. Always go for the previous day high, because like that's the nearest target in a day trading perspective. So we have Sleepwalker, yo. What's good, man? We have 888 Sniper. Can you analyze MGC? Like, I forgot what MGC is. Like, I think you oh, gold, I guess, micro futures. You asked it in the last live stream, or somebody else asked it. Pretty much same scenario here. And here it's a little bit differently because we still have that gap, price action gap. We like to trade into it. It needs to get filled out with a body closure, and then from there on, you know, same scenario as usual. Hero Prox said, yes, I only did it because then the counter goes up. Okay, you got me there. Okay, let's do the analysis real quick, guys. So this is going to be your CHF. Let me check it on the vertical stream if it's also looking fire. Hey guys, make sure to like the live stream. Everybody go like the live stream. Like, we're approaching 10 likes, and I'll be doing 50 push-ups actually. Okay. So Hero Prox was saying, but I'm new here. Yes, where are you from, brother? And how did you learn trading? What were your mentors? I mean, okay, let's talk about this like after the analysis, because the time is almost over. So are we going for the previous day high on your CHF right now, or are we going for the previous day low? As always, we want to ask ourselves that question. On a daily time frame alone, what can we spot? We have this price action gap. Price action gaps, as always, if you're new, like to be filled out with a body closure. If that hasn't happened yet, even if it's just going to wick down and the body's looking something like that, and that is not going to count. I want an entire body to basically trade below it. Now, this is like confluence number one that probably we're trading onto the downside, but also you cannot neglect the current movement onto the upside. Like, we are just trading onto the upside right now, so logically we are going for the previous day high. And this is the point where a lot of people are saying, well, you know, decide yourselves. Are we going for the previous day low or for the previous day high? This is exactly the point. You don't want to take any position today on your CHF, because you're basically having that dilemma of the gap, but also the established movement onto the upside. So like, no trade for today on this pair. Let's go to your GBP. On your GBP, the previous day high has already been taken out. This is one of our trading rules for everybody that doesn't remember. if the previous day high has already been taken out before the 0 a.m. candle. Like, I don't know if you can see it. Probably not. Like, the time is like right in here. Like right there. But I guess you can see it on the stream. Anyways, like right now it's almost UTC standard time 0 a.m. And it has already been taken out, so that's also an opportunity for us. Let's go to AUD CHF. Are we trading for the previous day high or for the previous day low? Can't tell. Why is that? The reason for this one is a little bit differently compared to EUR/CHF. Remember, here we had reasons to trade onto the downside, also reasons to trade onto the upside. And if there's like a dilemma, you don't want to take neither position basically. On this one, it's a similar situation. Like not similar, it's a little bit differently, but basically we're in the middle of nowhere. This current candle, right, is just basically in the middle of this entire price action as of right now. So we can't tell if we're going for the high or for the low. Now you could, like in theory, just basically follow the entire momentum and potentially trade for this candle low. You know, let me put it like that, so also the short viewers see it. You could potentially go for that low, simply because we're just trading onto the downside, but I don't recommend that. Also don't do it. So we don't know if we're going for the high or for the low, so no trading day for us on this one. Let's go to AUD USD. Ghost was saying, brother, what's up? What's up, my brother? How's it going? Haven't talked to you in a minute. So these were a couple of trades from last week. Go check them out if you're interested. It was like a pretty good trading day. Like on Friday, I took a bunch of trades, but I just haven't showed them to you, or like I couldn't because I wasn't streaming. For that, once again, only able to basically copy all of my trades if you're copy trading me. Like it's basically saying under the face cam right now. If you want to copy trade me, it's the first link in the description. You're going to be taking every single trade that I'm also taking. So the next one is going to be, hang on, Roger. I've been backtesting your strat at 0.25 RR on your CHF. I'm very much a beginner, so don't take my work for it, but it seems to work just as well, bro. That's how we're doing it, man. That's how we are doing it. Like, of course, you're also going to have basically drawdown periods. It's going to be completely fine. You have said it yourself, you're a beginner in this. But with a little bit of practice, you're also going to get there. Also, once again, make sure to like the live stream, guys. Let's get to 10 likes. AUD CAT, how's that looking like? It's the same scenario. Okay, I'm gonna look at the chat in a second, respond to it. So at AUD CAT, are we trading for the previous day low or high? Even if in that case, right, the previous day low has not been taken out, I would still not take this entire position. Why? Because the previous candle, so basically that one, has traded nowhere. It was indecisive. It couldn't tell you if we're going for the for the upside or for the downside. So like no trade. AUD NZD. A Sniper was saying, where do you think GBP USD is going? Okay, in just a second, I'll check that out. Roger was saying, word, I meant maybe. It was like MB, maybe. I think so. So are we going for the previous day low or for the previous day high? As usual, we have already taken out the previous day low, so that's also no opportunity for us. Let's go to NZD CAD. So this was also one of our trades. Like, take a screenshot, maybe watch the oh no, like actually not like the last live stream, because I haven't taken it on a live stream. So yeah, there's like no analysis on this one, or like no active analysis. Let's go to the daily time frame. Are we going for the previous day low, for the high? We have already gone for the low, so no trade. Let's go to NZD USD. We've also already gone for the previous day low, so also no trade. This was also one of the trades that I've taken on Friday. No, it wasn't. This was just a test trade. This couldn't be it. Let's go to USD CHF. This was one of the trades. Yes. I'm gonna also remove it. Are we going for the previous day high, for the previous day low? Can't tell. Or like we have already taken out the previous day high, so no trade. Let's go to GBP USD. Also already taken out the previous day low. And speaking of that, somebody was asking, where is GBP USD going? Like definitely for these lows. Simply because we're just trading onto the downside. Like it's just something very obvious to observe. But also what I don't like is that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles onto the downside. The more candles of one direction you have, the more likely it becomes that you're going to have the opposite side of candles, and it's just going to reverse on you. But like as of right now, not only because we're just already trading onto the downside, but also because we're just having liquidity in here, right? All of these are liquidity points. Now granted, like this one and also this one have already been taken out, but still I'm rooting for this low. But are we going to take a trade on this pair? No. Roger was saying it's my bad. Okay. And yeah, so like today I don't really see any trading opportunities. The very closest thing for me to take would be USCHF, but it's also nothing that I really like currently. Also this no wick candle, because the overall trend, right, the overall bias, let me put it like so, is simply trading to the upside, right? Like somebody that is blind could see this. We are just making higher highs, higher lows. The reason why I'm still not willing to take a trade is because primarily like 3 different reasons. Like the first one is just that we are likely to go onto the upside based on the current trend. But the second one is going to be that we have a price action gap on the daily time frame, right? I can show it to you in just a second again. And the third one is going to be, hang on. The third one is going to be, if you're going to look closer, we have a no wick candle in here and also a no wick candle in here, both on the 4-hour time frame. So that's also something that I don't really like. There's like reasons to trade lower, but also higher. You know, where are we really going to go? I don't know. I can't tell you. So like for today, there's not going to be any trade so far. Which like I already know everybody's about to leave. But that's just how it goes, and this is also teaching you not every single day is going to be a trading day. Simple as that. Like surprise, surprise. And you guys already know this shit. You know that you're not supposed to trade every single day, yet you're making the same mistakes over and over again, and you're just forcing trades and you're just regretting it afterwards. You know? Like also, by the way, can somebody tell me if you're hearing me well? Because I've done some audio shit again, and I just want to ask you, like, is it clear? And the way you can basically tell is not only by the quality of the microphone basically, but do you have to bump up the audio all the way to max so you can hear me clearly? Or is it like at half or like 1/4 or something like that? Okay. Okay. So, okay. So everybody was, hang on. Okay, so here we're probably saying EM. What is your setup looking like? EM? What do you mean by EM? Like established movement, what we like to say. Then Ghostro was saying no trade, time to chill. Like perfectly, you know, this is what I'm talking about. If there's no trade, don't stress yourself. Ah, man, there's like no trade today. You know, just chill out. Like that's basically, you know, peace for that entire day. Because you don't have to look at C-Trader or MT5 or whatever you're trading on to basically watch a trade. Because like even I do this, like during the day, if I have positions open, I am also looking out for it. Especially for the ones that are copying me. Because I know that I'm responsible for X amount of money. Roger was saying audio perfect, bro. Herex was saying audio is good. Roger at half and I can hear you clearly. That's exactly how it should be. Perfect, man. Yushikid was saying oh, break of structure too. Audio is good. Okay, perfect. Like thank you for everybody that has told me that the audio is great, because I was like wondering, you know, some people might be saying like, why are you doing these like audio tweaks the entire time? The reason for that is mostly because I'm doing videos, but I'm also doing live streams, and I'm trying to find like something that works in like both scenarios, because I wouldn't want to switch it like the entire time. Okay, so Hero was saying, it's interesting, I found you. I learned from Donvo69. If you know them, since there are very few people trading negative RR, did you learn from them? How old are you and where are you from? And I asked what your setup looks like. Okay, so like one at a time. I don't know who Donvo or 69 is, or Wix9, I guess. I have no idea who that is. No, I have not learned from them. Like, I don't even know them. How old are you and where are you from? Take a guess, brother. Like, I just always do that when somebody asks that. Take a guess. You have 3 chances, and then I'm gonna tell you. And then also Hero was saying, and I asked, what does your setup look like? Basically, on Friday I've taken a trade, but I wasn't live streaming there. So this was Friday, yeah. Basically, I asked myself the very simple question that I've also asked everybody in the chat, basically, right? Are we trading for the previous day high or for the previous day low? For that current day that we're about to open. So then we go to like the 4 hour, 1 hour, and we start our day at 0 AM UTC standard time. Like, I don't know if you can see it right now, but like right in here, like at the bottom, now you should see it. You see it says UTC standard, right? Now, like I've just, what's it called? We're in replay right now. Or maybe there was like some time shift. I'm not sure. But basically it's always 0 AM. Like this right now is a 23 candle, but the next candle open is going to be the 0 AM candle open, right? And then from there on, I really just take a position onto the upside in that case. I usually like to go for a 10 pip take profit. In that case, I have, like I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, I've extended it to the previous day high. And then I like to aim for a 50 pip stop loss or close to it, or something that I just find logic. And from there on, you know, that's how trades look like on a day-to-day basis. Sleeparker was saying, NASDAQ analysis. Okay, I'm going to do that in just a bit. And then Tato was saying, stay away from Donvo. Donvo. Like, I don't know what that is, man. But, like, I guess just generally. Can we just click on the first one? I am really not into futures. Hang on. Let's do this one. Already taken out the previous day low, so by logic this is also already no trade, but we can still look at it in just a second. Oh, that's like still replaying on leave. Okay, there we go. Hero Prox was saying, okay, I guess you are 24 and from Germany. Okay, Germany is correct, age isn't. Yeah, for this one, it's pretty much the same scenario that we've already talked about in the other pairs. The previous day low has already been taken out, so no trade. However, I can spot a lot of liquidity in here. You know, this is also like such an easy way to just spot liquidity. Because sometimes people will be asking, you know, how do I identify the right move basically? And how do I know where liquidity actually resides? Like, it's sometimes also a little bit out of feel, but a lot of the times you can basically just explain it like that. If there's like a lot of candle wicks, so basically equal lows, right? That's what I've been talking about in almost every single video. Equal lows, and also you have an FEG in here. This is a lot of the times where a lot of liquidity resides at, and also above these highs. Now the reason why we don't care about that as of right now is simply because we are just trading onto the downside. Because you don't really care what is that far up onto the price action. We also don't care what is in here, right? That is all just useless information. That is way too far away. Look how far away that is, right? So you only care something that is like at least decently close. You see, this entire price action here is decently close, right? Compared to, you know, these highs. Like, what are you talking about, these highs? Or even like here something. So like probably we are going to trade onto the downside, but as of right now, I don't really have a bias for this one. I would just like take a guess and say, okay, it's going to continue lower. The reason why I just like don't have that much of a bias is simply because we don't really have enough to support a framework. I need information. I need ways to tell me, okay, now is the right time that we're going higher or lower. For this pair, I would just say that it's going to continue, but it might as well just reverse, right? Let's look at the weekly. And if you're having a target for, like, let's just say you're having a target to short that, then don't short all the way to this FEG on the weekly time frame. Only short to this candle, like at max, right? This should be your max target for the entire week. In my opinion, at least, you should always try to have the target as simple and as close as possible. Don't do something like that where you're going for this price action gap. You see that there is an actual price action gap in here. Don't do something like that. That's way too far away. It doesn't matter anymore. It has no value as of right now. Once we're getting closer to it, yes, then it has value. But yeah, this one's just going to be more of a low-key stream. Like, we don't really have trades to look out for, to be honest with you guys. And I'm certainly also not going to force something. Now, the weekly time frame on EURCHF is looking like quite fire. We are probably going to trade onto the upside, but I wouldn't want to risk it, basically. I would rather just like to stick to the rules, stick to the framework, and yeah, not worry about it. Sleepwalker was saying agree. Alright, man. That's great stuff. We're agreeing with each other. So yeah, like today I'm gonna keep them more low-key. We're not going to be streaming for multiple hours on end. Like, let's do like a 1 hour stream, and that's going to be about it for today, guys. Like, once again, there's like not too much. I could pull out my my golden play button from YouTube. Some people might be saying, what? You have gotten the golden play button? I guess I did. You know, for everybody that hasn't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Even though I already have the golden play button, still do it. Okay. It's kind of a gimmick, it's quite cool. Roger was saying, other than your CHF, what are your best pairs? I assume like you have just recently gotten to the live stream. Like I have talked about, you know, as always, you know, I know you that you're also watching live streams. I've run down all of the pairs that we have in here. Basically, there was like no trade for today that I would be interested in. USHF is like the only possibility, like out of every option, which like every option today is kind of shit. USHF would be the best option. If like, let's just say, you know, like put a gun to my head and just say, you know, you have to take a trade today and has to win. And if it's going to lose, then you're going to die. Then I would be taking your CHF. But like, I also wouldn't really participate in your CHF for today. Alright, I don't really like the price action. Some people are going to be questioning that kind of decision making, and also based on logic, I really get it. Right? Logically, this could be like a good trading opportunity, but I don't think so. Right? It has to be a little bit more differently. Let me check the live stream real quick. I'm gonna do the audio. Then you're going to die. Then I will be taking your CHF. But like, okay, yeah, the live stream's actually fine. Okay, like audio wise. Are going to be. Hero Prox was saying maybe you're Yugu actually. Now I get that a lot. But like when people are guessing where I'm from, they are like a lot of the times they are very off. Some people even said that I'm Turkish, even though I don't really look Turkish. Roger was saying, I mean in general, bro, my bad. Like in backtest, what pairs give you the best results? Your CHF. Your CHF is the best pair. So let me walk you through the entire story, and then by that time, stream should be over, I think. Because like I'm aiming for 1 hour at least. I started the strategy on your GBP not even your CHF. On your GBP, I started the idea of trading a negative risk reward ratio, right? Not going for something positive. Like over a few months, which even your GBP was also profitable. Like it was something different, but it was sort of the beginning of me trading a negative risk reward. And then after that, after I've developed a little bit of stuff and also looked into the backtest and just a bunch of data collection, you give me Alex Bonzea vibes. I have no idea what that is. I might check it out later. What I was talking about is after like a lot of backtesting, a lot of data collection, looking at the data, backtesting, looking at the data, backtesting, like back and forth, this was going for months. I finally found out that trading a consolidating pair might actually be the better option in a negative risk reward ratio. Because if the market is not very volatile, then probably the take profit is also going to get hit. And because naturally, since your stop loss is just bigger than your take profit is also going to get hit in a consolidating phase, right? Because you only need like this little movement to actually hit your take profit. This is basically the entire idea. So after that, I've traded your CHF and I've also like released the entire backtest and even like the entire notion. So everything that like every single trade that I've taken on your CHF was like an entire backtest of an entire year. I've collected the data and I've also documented it in a notion, which is actually available for everybody that has bought my mentorship. And then after that, I also realized, okay, but we are not having a lot of different trades. And so that's why we're basically here in the current present moment where we are trading more than only just your CHF, right? So we are basically increasing our frequency. Now, the entire win rate was at almost 94%. The reason why I like to say like 95% in titles is just because it looks better than 93 point whatever percent there is going to be, right? We might as well just round it to 95% in the titles. For everybody that has been, you know, why is 95%? That's why. What was yeah, and also the win rate, since we're trading multiple pairs, it has gone lower, right? Which is like, we're like, don't get me wrong, we're not at a 50% win rate where you're about to lose like 10 different times. Which like a 50% win rate is, although it's not something that I recommend, at least it's like not a 30% win rate where you can expect to lose 20 times in a row. Come on, man. So currently we are sitting at like around an 86% win rate, which is still something great. We like to see that. And yeah, that's like basically where we're at in the present moment. We're just trading multiple pairs and I'm always looking forward to increase the profits and also improve the strategy. I should be backtesting more than I am doing, but at the same time, I already have something that works. And so, you know, like backtesting the entire time, I might do something else the entire day. Although I still like to backtest, right? I still like to improve it. I think you should go on extensive backtest if you're not having something that already works. Like that's not proven to work, basically. Or if you were not able to basically trade it and whatnot. You get my point, basically. So I still like to backtest, right? I still like looking at the live stream. So 888 Sniper was saying, how much are you risking? Guys, like when I'm reading this kind of English, it just throws me off. Like if you're just not good at English, okay, that's a different thing. But if you're good at English, you know, try to do it like a little bit better with the spelling, because it gets me like off guard. Like it throws me off when I'm reading the chat. 88 Sniper was saying, how much are you risking on each trade at the moment? Is it 25%? No, like as of right now, let's just imagine we're about to take your CHF. Hang on, man. Like where's here? Let's just imagine, and then we're trading 0. I can tell you the exact lot, like the exact amount that we would be risking. Like, and usually it's like 48. Okay, 0.0, because we're refining it a little bit. Oh man, like it's not, doesn't want to accept this. Dang it, hang on. I'll try it again, here's CHF. Ah, man, come on. Why is it like not accepting 50 pips? What am I doing wrong? Anyway, so it was there previously. It said 6.25 bucks is the amount that we will be losing, which is equivalent to 70%, right? So it's like not 25%, but it's 17, I guess. Yeah, so once again, Hero Prox saying, okay, my last guess, you're 20 years old and from Italy. Brother, I've already told you, you were right on Germany. Hero Prox was saying, sorry, I mean you're 21. Yes, man. See, like so many different nations, right? People are a lot of the times just very off. Sometimes it's like Romania, sometimes it's Turkish, sometimes it's Italy, sometimes it's like I've already heard all kinds of different countries and nations where I'm from, basically. Like streaming on Shorts doesn't even do it that well. Like I imagine, like, you know, 20 people watching. That kind of stuff. Hero Prox, where in Germany are you from? We keep in that conversation for DMs if you want. Nah, like not even DMs. Like I'm not exactly going to say where in Germany or what. You know, Germany is like already enough. Hero Prox was saying, woher kommst du aus Deutschland? Yeah, man, I've already told it to you. I can't tell you. Are you also from Germany or what? So, anyways, like I am going to end the live stream. Like, unfortunately, I was actually doing it wrong with the... And actually looks so fire, man. This like thumbnail is so crazy, man. Bundesland halt. Nein, Mann, ich kann auch nicht das Bundesland sagen. Tut mir leid. Komme aus BW, Baden-Württemberg. Okay. Ne, sorry, Bro, das musst du einfach verstehen. Also ich sag nicht im Livestream, woher ich genau komme, auch nicht welches Bundesland. Deswegen. Yeah, so guys, I'm about to end the live stream. If you have like a last couple of questions, then just let me know. And also Hero, you know, like nothing against you, but I'm just not going to say like exactly where I'm from. This kind of stuff. But I hope to see you in the next one like crazy. I actually have somebody from Germany watching. And yeah. 888 Sniper was saying I have cousins from Stuttgart. It's crazy, man. Are you also from Germany or what? No, I remember you were from somebody else. Like Hero Prox was saying respektiere ich. Danke, Bruder. Okay. Hero Prox was saying trade auch seit 3 Jahren. So basically he was saying he's also trading for 3 years now. That's fire, man. Have you had some success? Have you been trading like a positive risk reward or a negative risk reward? What was your experience so far? 888 Sniper was saying now I'm from Australia. Okay. Have you already said that? I don't remember. Like, sorry if I don't remember from everybody. Like some like most people are from India anyways that are watching like my videos. If you like look at the statistics, it's always like India. But, like, sorry if I just can't remember who's everybody from. But like I try to remember it for the next one. You're from Australia, my man. Sleepwalk was saying later, take care, my brother, you know, sleep well. And yeah, see you in the next one. Hero Prox saying negative, learned from Donvo. No, I don't know who Donvo is. I might check him out later, man. Like, actually interested, who is that guy? He surely is not trading negative risk reward as good as me, man. Nobody's doing it better than me. Like, nobody's actually trading on YouTube, like, jokes aside. Nobody's trading on with a negative risk reward on YouTube too. Like, I've seen some people maybe trading also a negative risk reward on Discord. Like, coincidentally, not even like a negative risk reward channel, just coincidentally I've seen somebody posting a negative risk reward trade. But imagine all of the traders that are actually trading negative risk reward, but they just don't know that there's communities out there who are also trading a negative risk reward. So Colonel Asia was saying it looks like I'm late today. No, brother, you're actually not late today. You got lucky because we haven't taken any trades today. But like, let's just say tomorrow we are going to take trades, then yes, you would have been already late. because by now we would have 100% already taken trades. It's already like 24 past 0 a.m. So by now, definitely we would have already taken trade. And maybe some of them would be in drawdown, so you could like still come. It's still worth it to come. If the trade is in drawdown and I'm taking a position, you can also take it. Now the problems also, like for everybody that has been watching, I am oftentimes saying don't take like X and Y pair today, right? But I'm still taking it. It's because I am trading sort of a higher risk account. I'm willing to basically take the risk. I know that we are also already up on the account. Basically, there's less risk in that sense. So I'm always telling guys, if like let's say I'm taking EUR-CHF, EUR-GBP, AUD-CHF and AUD-USD, but I'm saying don't take all of these three, so basically EUR-GBP, AUD-CHF and also AUD-USD, and I'm saying only take EUR-CHF for today, then you know you can do that. Which like in general for everybody that wants to copy trade me, first link in the description on Friday, and also like on future days I am going to take trades and I'm not going to be live streaming. And if you want to follow up with every single trade that I'm taking, then that's the way to go. Alright, so for now I'm going to end the stream. Like Sheena, Ademi, like unfortunately like you're a little bit late to the stream as I'm about to close it, but appreciate you watching. Watch the videos that I've done. I've done an entire free masterclass on YouTube that you can watch if you're serious about learning trading. And then yeah guys, see everybody in the next one. Thank you for watching, and it's like really crazy stuff for the support. Really appreciate it. Today I'm not going to do any push-ups because we haven't reached 10 likes. See you guys.